guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Phindi Lehlope, originally from South Africa but currently living in Poland, and Poland is in Europe. If you are a returning subscriber, my darling, my sweetheart, welcome back and thank you so much for always coming back. And if you are a new subscriber, my darling, my sweetheart, thank you so much for subscribing. I really appreciate this, and thank you so much for helping my channel grow. And if you are watching this channel for the first time, if you are new here, my darling, my sweetheart, welcome and thank you so much for being here. And please make sure that you don't leave without subscribing, liking, commenting and sharing this video. I would really appreciate it. Guys, we are on our road to 1,000 subscribers. I can't believe that I'm saying this. Of course it's hard to get to this 1,000 subscribers, but I would really like to thank you for getting me this far, so far. So I'd really appreciate it. If you are new here, please make sure that you don't leave without subscribing so that we can hit 1,000 subscribers. I would really appreciate this. So guys, as you could have seen by the title of the video, I'm back with another story time. Tell me why I'm doing another story time. Tell me why I'm doing another story time. Like I said last time, my life is a film. My life is a movie. A film into me. That's my life. For this story time, we'll be having ourselves a glass of wine. So make sure that you go get yourself a glass of wine, a glass of a cup of coffee, a cup of tea, a glass of water, juice, anything that you could get, because the stories on this channel are too much to swallow on its own. So you need something to take it down, you know, because you know the stories on this channel, ma, and it's, you know. But anyway, this story, it's much more chilled. Of course it's not chilled because there's fighting in it, so but then it's nothing as hectic as the last stories, I think. So yeah guys, keep on watching and enjoy the story. So guys, this story happened in 2018, and in 2018 I was like 28 years old. So by saying this, you would understand that at this age I was done with anything that has to do with drama or stupid things. And I feel like if me and this particular person, we could have walked away from whatever drama that was happening around us, the fight could have been avoided. But no, I guess both of us were stubborn and it ended up getting into something big. So in 2018 I was staying in Val still, and then during the summer or the winter holidays, it doesn't matter which holidays it was, I would normally go and visit my sister and her family. So on this particular day, my sister's husband came and picked me up and we drove to Standerton. Everything was perfect, everything was fine. I was so happy to be back home and I was so happy to see my niece and nephew. So I was just so happy to be home, and you know, because Standerton is home, like I was so happy to go back to my hometown and see familiar faces. So finally we went, and when we got to Standerton, my sister's husband was like, you know what, your sister is about to knock off at work, so how about you go and pick her up? I think she'll be happy to see you. And me also, I was like, yeah, sure, because I need to get something from town. So guys, this fight happened few hours of me being home, not even the second day, the third day, few hours of me being home. Like the same day I got home, the same day, and this fight broke. Fine, yeah, I agreed and I said, of course I will go and pick up my sister. And then I told Andile, which I blame Andile because she's the one who took me to this place. So anyway, I told Andile, I was like, Andile, look, I need to do my hair, because I normally do my hair even when I'm back home. I would normally do my hair if I get a chance. So I told Andile that I want to make a weave or a wig for myself. So I want to buy this hairpiece. So I showed Andile what hairpiece I want to buy, and Andile was like, oh yeah, for sure, there's this one place. She recommended one place next to the taxi rank. I think it's called F3. I think it's called F3. Is it F3? Yeah, I think so, F1 or F3. So she told me that there's this place next to the taxi rank, so we can go there and you can buy this happies. So fine, me and Andile, we got into the car and we drove to town. Okay, fine. When we go to town, we just parked next to the taxi rank and next to the shop. So if you're from Standerton, you would know which shop I'm talking about. So we parked outside and we went inside. So as we were walking inside, I think me and Andilo, we were just talking and looking at each other, looking each other on the face, and we just didn't notice what was happening around us. So we just walked inside the shop, gahle, only to find out that there was people who were sitting by the door. Like there were two people who were sitting by the door. I don't know, we didn't notice because we just went inside. So we went inside the shop and we started looking for this hairpiece and we didn't find this hairpiece. And I was like to Andy, let's just ask around. And we saw this one Chinese guy, and I think that shop is owned by this Chinese people. And so we saw this guy and we went to this guy and I was like, hey, can you please help me find this hairpiece? And the guy was like, sorry, but I'm not the person to help you. So there's one lady who can help you, and that lady is behind you. So me and Andile, we turned and I was like, hi Sisi, Unjani, can you please help me find this hairpiece? So pull some text, pull sir, because you will need this. So me and Andile, we turned and I was like, hi Sisi, Unjani, you know, I'm in a good mood. I'm home. I mean, like, so I was like, hi Sisi, Unjani, do you know where I can find this hairpiece? And I show her the picture. The girl, the baby girl, she was like, guys, I'm gonna speak in Zulu because it's much more fun when I speak in Zulu. So like, please guys, bear with me. If I can put subtitles, I will. Okay. So the girl was like, Ningbuzelani, why are you asking me? And I'm like, sorry Sissy, don't you work here? Like, I was like, hi, sorry, you don't work here? And she was like, yes, I work here, but why are you asking me? Ungibuzelani. First of all, ningidlule ngihlele emnyango nazenza ngcono nahamba nayokhuluma nalo utheni nalo muntu nangidlula mina. And I was like, Sissy, it's not that deep. We didn't see you. And she was complaining that I passed by the door and I didn't ask her at the door. She was sitting at the door apparently, and I didn't see her. We didn't see her. Even Andile didn't see her. And she said we passed her and we went on to ask this guy. We think we are better. Yeah. So what's here? Nizenza ngono. Nibona kahle ukuthi mina bengeke ngize nginincede. And I was like, baby girl, it's not that personal. Like, really, we are sorry. We apologized. We said we are sorry, baby. And she was like, yeah, nizenza ngono. Nibona kahle ukuthi ningono. And me and Angela, we looked at each other and I was like, okay, we are sorry. We didn't notice you. We didn't notice you sitting by the door. If we could have noticed you, we could have said hello and went inside probably, but we didn't see you and we apologize. And she was like, then leave me alone because I'm not going to help you. And I was like, we are in trouble. We need to apologize. And so because I didn't think that she was extremely upset, so I went and I was like, okay Sissy, we are sorry, can you just please help us? Do you have this hairpiece or not? And she was like, Pumagimwe. That means leave me alone. And I was like, okay, this girl is not happy and we already said sorry, we already apologized, and to be honest, we didn't see her. And for me also, if somebody passes me and not say anything, and once they get lost they come back to me and ask me something, I'll be mad. But if they explain themselves that, okay, look, I didn't see you, or whatever reason it was that made me not to say hello to you, I'm sorry about it, and I would forgive the person and just help them if I can. But this girl was like, no, I'm not gonna help you. And she went on like, like you guys are, I don't know how to translate that in English, you know. And she was like, ningijwayela kabi, ngibona kahle ukuthi ngcono, niyangidlula. And then she went on to say that if you think you are better, then go back to the person who was helping you, or the person that you went to at first, and ask him for help, because I'm not gonna help you. And I was like, but we already apologized to you, we already said sorry, so what do you want us to do? And she said, nothing, there's nothing that you can do that can help, that can help the situation. And I was like, okay, well, sissy, that's not nice, because you work here and you supposed, I said, that's not nice, because you work here and you're supposed to help us. We made a simple mistake, and now we are apologizing, and now you are being rude to us. And I said to her, well, you have issues. Oh, yasuka. It started. I declared war. I unleashed something in her. Ati utini? And I said, yeah, you have issues, because you're supposed to help us. We already apologized. And like, what is your problem? Ngatai, baby girl, nama issues. Ngatu nama anger issues. Yo. Did not baby girl come to me, because she was talking to other people, and now the people are looking at us to see like what's gonna happen, because apparently this girl is very mean, and apparently this girl is very rude to a lot of people. So for them, they wanted to see Uguti, what's gonna happen. And the people who are coming to shop there, these are regular customers to see what's gonna happen, because apparently she's known for being, you know. So some people who, like, they were just watching to see how am I going to handle the situation, because poor me, I don't know her. This is the first time I'm coming to this shop, and this is the first time I'm seeing her. I don't know anything about her. I've never even met her in my life. I mean, Standerton is a very small town, but there are people that I don't even know, that I've never even met. And one thing, guys, it was so hard for me to take her seriously, because at that time, I think I was wearing glasses, like normal glasses. So my glasses, like, they were normal glasses. But for her, she was actually wearing like a frame without the actual glass. So it was so hard for me to take her seriously. And when all of this is happening, I was just looking at her and like, you know, hi, sissy, come on, you need to help us, and I'm really sorry, you know. Like, I was looking at her and not taking the situation seriously, because she was wearing those glasses without actual glasses, you know, without an actual, yeah, you understand what I mean, you know. She was wearing a frame without the actual glass. So I was like, come on, sissy. Even when I told her that you have issues, I was like, I can't, don't know my issues. Like, you have like real issues. So this was me the entire time, only to find out that the poor girl was upset. She was mad. And so Andile was like, come on, Mama Pindi, let's go. Like, Auntie, let's go. Leave her alone. Let's go. Let's just go ask another person. I was like, okay, fine. Let's go. Can't I? Okay, she's already upset. And she turned and she was like, so and I was like, I was like, how did we get here? Like, I didn't want to fight. Please don't beat me up. Like, please, police. I'm not. And I was like, really? I'm like, look at yourself. You're not gonna be my friend. I don't want to be your friend. Because now, guys, I could see that she's getting upset. And immediately when she said that, she started like pushing people around her, like the people who were standing next to her. She started pushing people around her and coming towards me. And that's when I knew, good, okay, it's about to go down. This woman is angry and this woman is gonna fight me. And I was like, so now I started changing how I was looking. I started being serious, and I was like, come on, no, you're not gonna do that. And I was like, what do you mean you're gonna beat me up? How did we get to that? Like, what are you talking about? I said, and listen to something. I'm not here to make friends. I'm not here to be your friend. So if you're telling me that, I was like, I don't want to be your friend. I just wanted you to help us first of all, you are here to work and I'm asking you for a customer service. And I really did apologize and say sorry that we didn't see you, we passed you by the door. I said I'm sorry for that, but I mean, there's no need for you to be rude and for you to be like this way, the way you look. I said, yeah, so I mean, I'll beat you up. And I'm like, oh shit, I'm gonna get beaten today. And she looked tough. And she looked really tough. But one thing about me, bring on a fight and I will fight you. Gracefully so. Because growing up, I was bullied a lot. And so for me, growing up, I started saying to myself, you know what, there's nobody who's gonna bully me anymore. There's no one who's gonna bully me anymore. So if you want to fight me, I will fight you back. So that's a kind of a person. I'm extremely nice and I'll be smiling the entire time. But if we need to fight, if you need to get it down, we're gonna fight. We gonna fight, baby girl. We gonna fight. So she was like, it's about to go down. But then I started thinking, because Andile kept on saying, let's go. I kept on thinking about Andile. I was like, oh my goodness, there's no way that I'm gonna fight with this woman when Andile is here. And she sounds scared and like she's never seen me fight before. So like, okay, fine, I'm just gonna let this go. And the girl went on to say, and I was like, oh, how is it possible that I look dirty? I look beautiful. Kizzy, like, come on, now you cannot do that. And she actually said I look dirty. And I was like, me, dirty? And I was like, no, you're not gonna say that. Guys, I think I also took it back and I was like, you saying I'm dirty? I said, look at yourself. You look like you haven't taken a bath in a long time. So now we started like exchanging words, you know, like started fighting. And guess what? The owner of the shop, the one that I said he was Chinese, he was just standing there and not saying anything. Okay? This girl started saying things, bad things. And I was like, well, let me tell you something. You said you're going to beat me up. Well, I'm not scared of you. If you have to beat me up, I'll definitely beat you up. So guys, as we were talking, right next to us, like, because I was standing here facing this way, so on my left here, and this girl was standing here, so on my left here there was a glass counter, like a very big glass counter, like a very big glass counter. So there was a glass counter here, and this girl was standing like on the other side of the glass counter. So she actually came to me. Not like coming to me like, I'll beat you up. She came to me to fight. I was praying for my life. Guys. So I could see that, okay, now I'm going to get beaten. Like, this woman's going to beat me up. I need to change myself. I need to prepare myself for a fight because she's angry. That girl was so angry, and at that point I didn't understand, like, what is it that I could have said so wrong, because I didn't insult her. She was the one who was insulting me and I was answering what she was saying. So I think I could have avoided the whole situation if I could have walked away, but I didn't walk away. I decided to defend myself and also to defend my niece because she was standing there and she looked scared. So I wanted to be a tough aunt, only to find out I'm getting myself into trouble. More trouble. Okay, of course I was not scared of fighting her, but even though she said I looked dirty, I looked cute to be fighting her. And I needed to pick up my sister from work because my sister will be calling me and asking me, where the hell are you? You need to be here, like, right now. So finally, girl got really upset. And at this point, I think there's one thing that I said to her that really upset her. I said to you, I'm not scared to you. If you want me to beat you up, then we can get right on to it. Tell me, why did I throw myself under the bus? Tell me why. Out of all the things I could have said, I said, I'm Sabi Singal. Sharp, guys. The girl was so upset. So immediately after saying that, after I told her that, I don't know what happened to that girl. I think she blacked out. I don't know. I think she was like, and she started pushing people around. And because I was wearing, because it was cold, it was winter holidays. I remember it was winter holidays. So I was wearing a black polo neck, and I was wearing like, what is this? I forgot, but but it was maroon. So she wanted to come to me and grab me. And one thing about me is that when I fight, I would look how you're standing, and I would look where I could get access to grab you and throw you to the floor, and then I will start punching you. So that's how I fight. Now you know my strategy if you want to fight me. So she came to me, she wanted to grab me like this. Guys, I will demonstrate so you would understand how I was able to swing her. So she came to me and she opened her eyes. Not eyes. She opened her arms. So for me, I had access to grab her here and just like swing her really fast. But if she could have came like in a different way, maybe like Jana and fighting, we were gonna actually fight. So I was like, you know what, I don't have time to fight with this person. So one thing I'm going to do is just grab her and throw her to the floor and start punching her and just go and finish with the fight. So she came and she opened her hands. I was like, jackpot, I'm going to swing you no matter what. Before I fight, I see opportunity. I view the opportunity and start fighting you. So she came to me wanting to grab me. But before she could grab me, I grabbed her first. I reached out first and I just swinged her to the floor. I thought I was swinging her to the floor and throwing her to the floor, only to find out that I will grab her and throw her into the glass counter. Guys, the next thing I heard is just people, yeah, and my knees under the, I'm not beating me. Oh my God. Guys, I heard the people first, and the sound of the glass I heard after, and the glass was like, and I was like, Pindi in the house. Guys, of course, I was not saying that. I was not saying Pindi in the house. Immediately after I heard the glass and I saw like the glass on the floor, and now as I was about to go to her and like start, you know, punching her, the Chinese guy was like screaming, stop, what you doing, blah 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 blah. Now that he could see that, okay, now this is getting serious, or this is serious, he started screaming, and now people started stopping us and they started putting us back. And the guy who was at the door with this girl was like, what are you doing, stop what you're doing, blah 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 blah. And she was like, guys, instead of her standing up and saying, okay fine, we are stopping, she was like, so come here, I'll beat you up. And I was like, so it's not the end, we still need to fight. So now I was holding the car keys on my hand, the car keys were on the floor, my glasses were on the floor, like everything that I was holding, it was everywhere, and my knees was trying to pick up everything that was on the floor. And this girl is not stopping. She's still insulting me. And I was like, you know what, I'm done with this. I'm not gonna fight with this girl. Like, I'm done already. Something happened, and I was so scared that I might have thrown her to these classes, and she might be hurt, she might call the cops, I might get arrested. I was so scared for that. But I was not scared that me and her we had a fight. I was just scared that I might get into trouble for this. So I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna walk away, I'm done with this. But this girl was following me, and I was like, you know what, I'm done with this. I don't see a reason for us doing this. Why are we doing this? We are old enough. I was trying to reason with her, but no, baby girl was like, I still want more. And the other girl, I think there was a lady who was saying, oh my goodness, they just threw you over the glass and you still want more? Like, you're gonna get hurt. Stop what you're doing, blah, 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 blah. And she was going on. And I just took my knees and I was like, let's just go outside and cool down. And I don't want this hairpiece anymore. Like, we are done. Let's go. And I was trying to say to her, can you just stop? What we did is wrong. Girl was not having it. Girl was just not having it. She was so mad. She was so angry. She was so mad. She was just not having this. And I was like, you know what? I'm done with this. I'm just gonna go and pick up my sister, and that's it. And she started saying bad things. And she started saying bad things. And as I was about to walk away, this other woman came to me and she was like, who serves her right? You did a very good thing that nobody could do in this shop. She said, I come here almost every week and this girl is so disrespectful. And after she said that, I felt so good. I was like, I solved a problem because this person seems to be a problem. And I was like, you know what, woman, thank you for Siwan, thank you for complimenting me, but I'm like, this is not me, so I'm just gonna go. So as we were walking out the shop, my niece gave me the key, and when she gave me the key, I could see that the key was broken, the car key was broken. And I was like, oh shit, the car key is broken because of this woman. I'm calling my brother-in-law. So I call my brother-in-law, and guys, I'm in town and my brother-in-law Sekasi, like in the location, he needs to drive and come here. And I was like to my brother-in-law, listen, I got into a fight and this woman broke your car keys. I was like, this woman broke your car keys. And my brother-in-law was like, okay, I'll be there. And I was like, yes, you bullied me, now somebody's gonna come and deal with you. So my brother-in-law drove and he came, he parked outside, and I went inside the shop and I was like, babe, you broke my because one thing that made me do that is because she was like begala. So I was like, okay, so now I'm gonna deal with her. I'm just gonna call my brother-in-law to come and fight for me, or to fight for her car keys, for his car keys. So I went inside and I showed her. I was like, look, you broke the car keys and I would want for you to pay for them. And she was like, I'm not gonna pay for them. So I was like, woman, I just threw you over the glass counter. Like, what else can you do? You look weak. Like, one thing I was happy about is that she was not bleeding. She was not bleeding. She didn't show any sign of, like, she didn't show any cuts or anything. So for me, I was like, okay, thank goodness she's fine. She's okay. She's not hurt. But Ula, she's here. Ula. And I was like, hey, bo, this woman doesn't give up. She doesn't give up. She doesn't stop. She doesn't know when to stop. So guys, my phone keeps on disturbing me. Like, I forgot a lot of things. I forgot a lot of meetings. Like, okay, so anyway. And I went to her and I showed her. I was like, look, sis, you broke the car keys. Like, who does that? And she was not apologetic, and she was like screaming at me, like, leave me alone, nyeg. And I was like, okay. So I waited and my brother-in-law arrived. And when my brother-in-law arrives, I thought he would be like, yay, like, I want my car keys. My brother-in-law just walked in and was like, Pindi, like, Pindi, what happened? And I was like, so I came to the shop and this girl started doing this and this and this and this and this. So as I was talking to my brother-in-law, this girl saw that I'm talking to someone and explaining the whole situation, and the rude and very vulgar woman that she was, she changed. Did this girl not become emotional and become the most sweetest person you could ever find in the shop? So she was like, no, mina vele bengingafuni ukulwa nalo ntombazana. Like, I didn't want to fight with this girl, but this girl kept on pushing me. If you want to get me arrested, it's fine. I can go to jail. I don't mind. But Nje, I didn't want to fight with this girl. And I was just standing there like, I need more wine. I was like, what have happened to the girl who was insulting me and telling me where to back off and telling me that she will beat me up for days? And she was like, yeah, and I don't have money to pay for this car keys because it was not even my fault that we had a fight. It was our fault because she was pushing me. And I was like, and my brother-in-law was like, okay, fine, if she was pushing you, then why did you start the fight? Like, why did you come to her first? Like, you could have just walked away and let everything go. And the girl changed. And my brother-in-law was like, and now this Chinese guy was starting, the boss of this lady was starting to take this lady's side and saying that that they should leave this lady alone because this lady's at work and there are customers in the shop. So now people are standing around us and watching what's going on, because some people are coming in and the ones that saw the fight are telling these people, hey, bebalo, I'm supposed to go class low now, I'm shy, like, you know. So now I was the one who beat her up and threw her over the class. To be honest, I don't know what could have happened if I didn't throw her over the class. Probably she would have given me a blue eye, or probably I would be bleeding for days. I don't know, because that girl looked so tough. I was even proud of myself that, I was able to manage this fight. Because, she looked tough and she looked like she had demons because she was angry for days. Shapuge, and my brother-in-law was like, you know what, Pindi, this doesn't make sense. Let's just go home. I'll fix this keys. Let's just go home. Just go and pick up your sister because she'll be knocking off very early, like very soon. So you need to just go and pick her up, and I need to go back home to do what I was doing with the car. And I was like, one day, it's one day. I'll come here prepared. And I was so happy that this guy didn't press any charges or want any money from me to fix this class, because this was a very big class. It was really big, and I was so shocked that this girl didn't get any cuts or anything, or maybe we didn't see at that time. Maybe later on she had cuts on her back, because the way I threw her, I was so happy that nothing happened to her face, nothing happened to her hands, because I didn't see any blood and I didn't see her bleeding, because I was in the shop for some time while I was waiting for my brother-in-law to come in, but I didn't see anything. And I'm so glad that nothing like that happened. Like, I didn't have to take her, because I knew that if anything could have happened to her, I was going to be the one paying for doctor's visits and everything and anything. And because I was the one who threw her over like on top of the class, I was the one who was going to get arrested. Because me, I didn't have a scratch. I think I had only a broken nail, because I had done my nails and they were long at that time, so I had only a broken nail. But for her, if she could have sustained any serious injuries, I was gonna get arrested. Or what if I had thrown her over the class and the class stabbed her or something? So guys, that was not a good fight, even though it sounds funny at first and it sounds really like entertaining. It was not good because something could have happened, something really bad could have happened to her. And I'm just glad that none of us got injured. I know that I was not gonna get injured, because I was gonna give it my all that fight. But and I was not the one who was thrown over on top of the class, but it was her. So I'm just glad that nothing happened to her, because I could have been in jail now. Yeah, you know. So I'm just glad that nothing bad happened to her, and she was okay and she was fine. So, and guys, that's it. I got into the car, my brother-in-law drove away, and I went to my sister's work, and I picked her up. So anyway guys, unfortunately we have come to an end of this video. Thank you so much for watching up to this far. If you are new here, please make sure that you don't leave without subscribing. I'd really appreciate it. And if you are a returning subscriber or a new subscriber, my darling, my sweetheart, thank you so much for helping my channel grow, and thank you for your love and your loyalty. And please make sure that you don't leave without liking, commenting, or sharing this video. Have a good day, a good night. It doesn't matter what time you're watching this video. Bye.